What if the world you know is not the only one? What if, in a fleeting moment, you could step into a parallel reality without even realizing it? Tonight, we unravel 3 stories that defy logic and bend the rules of existence. These are tales of ordinary people who found themselves in extraordinary circumstances. A mall that ceased to exist, a haunting call from another version of oneself, and strangers who know far too much about a life you never lived. Stay with me as we delve into these uncanny experiences. Could these be proof of alternate dimensions or echoes of realities brushing against our own? The answers may leave you questioning everything you thought was real. Welcome to Echoes in the Dark. It was a warm Saturday afternoon when Natalie decided to visit a mall she hadn't been to in years. As she strolled through the bustling corridors, she felt a strange nostalgia. Shops she vaguely remembered, a bookstore she loved as a teenager, and even a cafe that once served her favorite caramel latte. She spent hours browsing, picking up small trinkets and flipping through books that sparked old memories. On her way out, she noticed something odd. The mall's exterior looked eerily outdated, like it hadn't been maintained in years. Brushing it off as nothing, she drove home. That evening, Natalie shared her outing with a friend, describing the familiar stores and the old-fashioned ambience. Her friend's reaction was chilling. "That mall burned down 10 years ago," her friend said. "It's been a vacant lot ever since." Disbelieving, Natalie drove back the next day. The once vibrant mall was gone. In its place was an overgrown lot, fenced off and marked with a weathered sign warning of unsafe conditions. The trinkets she had purchased, they were nowhere to be found. Had she imagined it all? Or had she stepped into a version of reality where the mall still existed? She later discovered online forums filled with similar stories, people finding themselves in places that no longer existed or encountering objects that vanished without explanation. To this day, Natalie can't shake the feeling that she wandered into another reality, even if only for a few hours. James was a night owl, often staying up late working on his latest coding project. One evening, as he sat typing away in his dimly lit apartment, his phone rang. The number was unfamiliar, but curiosity got the better of him. "Hello?" he answered. There was silence on the other end, followed by a voice that froze him in his chair. "Hello, James, it's you." The voice was unmistakably his own, only slightly deeper and with an unsettling tone of urgency. The caller claimed to be James, but from another reality. This alternate version warned him about an upcoming decision in his life, saying it would have catastrophic consequences if made incorrectly. "Who are you? How is this even possible?" James stammered. The voice didn't answer his questions directly, but instead gave cryptic advice about trust and the importance of listening to his instincts. Before he could ask more, the line went dead. Shaken, James checked his call history, but there was no record of the call. He couldn't even redial the number. It simply didn't exist. Over the following weeks, strange coincidences began happening. People he didn't know acted as though they had met before, and he noticed small but inexplicable changes in his surroundings, like books he didn't remember buying appearing on his shelves. A month later, without planning it, he had to choose between a job opportunity abroad and his girlfriend. The voice had told him to follow his instincts without giving a clear answer or suggestion. He chose the job opportunity, and to this day, he doesn't know if it was the right decision. Was it a prank? A vivid hallucination? Or did he truly receive a warning from another version of himself, living in a parallel dimension? To this day, James keeps a notebook, recording every odd occurrence, hoping to piece together the puzzle of that eerie phone call. Sarah was at a small-town diner on a road trip when she encountered something that left her questioning reality. She had stopped for a quick meal and was sitting alone at the counter when a couple approached her. They greeted her warmly, using her name, and began chatting as though they were old friends. At first, Sarah thought she had forgotten them. Maybe they were friends of friends or distant acquaintances. But the details they shared were far too specific. They knew about her childhood home, her favorite book, even the nickname her late grandmother had given her. "I'm sorry," Sarah interrupted, her voice trembling. "I don't know you." The couple exchanged confused looks. "Of course you do, Sarah. Don't you remember last summer at the lake? We spent days together." Sarah had never been to a lake last summer. In fact, she had spent the entire season in the city working overtime. As the couple continued to talk, their expressions grew concerned, almost hurt, as if she was deliberately pretending not to know them. Unable to handle the situation, Sarah paid her bill and left in a hurry. When she glanced back through the diner's window, the couple was gone. Over the next few months, similar encounters occurred. Strangers approached her, claiming to know her, recounting shared memories that didn't exist. Sarah began to question whether these people were mistaken, or if she had somehow stepped into a version of reality where she had lived a completely different life. After a few months, these events began to decrease in frequency until she no longer experienced anything similar. It was as if she had returned to her reality. What are we to make of these unsettling experiences? Could they be proof of alternate dimensions brushing against our own, or are they simply the result of vivid imaginations? Natalie's visit to a non-existent mall, James's cryptic phone call from himself, and Sarah's encounters with strangers who knew her intimately all challenge our understanding of what is real. Some theorize these events are examples of the multiverse in action, a glimpse into alternate timelines that exist alongside ours. Others suggest psychological explanations, such as memory distortions or lucid dreams blending with waking reality. But the truth remains elusive. What about you? Have you ever felt like you've stepped into another world, even for a fleeting moment? Share your experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more stories that will leave you questioning the boundaries of reality.